Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and we are playing some 10NL Russian cash on the GG streets. I'm making this video because I don't want my YouTube channel just to be riddled with spam videos from the app club I'm working with. I'm going to keep those videos more to YouTube now and do more stuff that my going to keep those videos more to Facebook now, and keep my YouTube stuff more to this kind of thing. If you are interested in the app club, just saying, in case you might be something that interests you. If you follow the link beneath the video to my Facebook, you'll be able to see the videos from that club in there. And if you want to join up, then you'll be able to contact me there and sort that. But that's it. No spam this video, just all poker. I'm going to check this board in the 3-bet box. I think I would check this board a lot. And we're going to go for a check raise and check back the ace king here. I think when players check this back, it's going to be mostly showdown value orientated hands. We're going to call this turn probe here with a draw to the nuts. Going to check the ace queen again, not fold to a bet. He quickly bets half pot. Don't think we can fold our hand. Well, not that I don't think we just can't fold our hand, so we have a call. We river at the flush, and then it's whether do we lead or do we go for a check raise. And I think I'm going to go for a check raise, and we're going to just show our ace king down here. Lose to ace 8 off. This player, I mean, that's just shit. It's like stab turn, check back river, boring. I mean, his turn stab's clearly okay, I guess, because he had the best hand. I don't recommend anyone plays Russian cash, by the way. It's just very easy to create content for me. And as I say, I don't want to abuse my YouTube community by just showing, even though they're a fair reflection of what's happening in my poker life right now, just showing those hands, it feels kind of cheesy showing those stuff. So I'm not going to do it. This king jack off, I'm just going to fucking fold to that absurd pre-flop 3-bet size. But don't play these games if you're a recreational player, especially, because they'll just take your bankroll. If you are going to play on major sites like GG, which are good sites, to play the reg tables. Play the reg tables to stay away from these fucking disease-ridden games. I imagine most content players play these games just because it's easy content. Not for any other reason, because any poker player worth their salt just knows that there's no win rate in speed poker for almost every single player. Anyone that's telling you otherwise is just selling you snake oil. 6-5 suited here, just refuse to pay these cunts off. Refuse to call these cunts with these types of hands. It is my old one, pet. Donno's just interfering, showing me some drugs that I'm taking. Legal drugs. They're legal, Don, aren't they? The prescription drugs. She's going to start hoovering soon too, but I'll forgive her that because she's Dorno, isn't she? I forgive you, Dawn. I forgive you for making the noise and hoovering. She don't like starring on videos, so she won't speak again now. I have no idea what this promotion is, by the way. We appear to have a different coloured card now. Is this supposed to incentivise me to VPIP more? I don't know. Can't be asked looking into it. Yep, again, just folding. Yeah, to getting back to the point about content creators, almost everyone I know now as a content creator is basically fully on board with do as I say, not as I do in terms of speed poker. They're very honest about it. Yeah, I'm playing these games because it's good for content, but they're dead shit. I see more and more players migrating to regular tables. I think the slow death of speed poker has now started. I don't know how much longer it's got left. Probably a long time, but I'd confidently predict pools will continue to shrink and shrink down the years as more and more people just realise that it's a game that cannot be beat. And then the only way sites will be able to rescue it is probably by lowering rake or adding some carnival element to it. Because it's just not, for the vast majority of players, it's just not a beatable game. And I would probably include myself in that. You know, can I survive in these games? I'd like to think so. Can I thrive? No. Could I convince myself by working really, really hard on my game and getting really, really good at poker that I could be a small winner? Yeah. Is it worth fucking doing? No. There's better games out there to play. The full ring anti games on this site, very highly rated, but also, well compensated with rate back. A lot more fun to play in. Probably more profitable. Just normal six max games. I think sites need to get on board more with bringing more carnival elements. They just replicate live games. I've been saying this for like 15 years now. That sites need to replicate live games more. I mean, I don't see any site with the stand-up game, for example. I barely see any sites running the 7 deuce off game. You need carnival elements for games to survive and thrive, and online just doesn't provide that. We're going to go with a B75 on the turn here with our 2 pairs. And I think we're going to bet river for around the same size and fold to a jam. You can definitely get caught by a lot of worse hands here. Oh, he can just not raise the second nuts. Just snap call. Didn't even consider fucking raising. Grow the fuck up, you horrible bastard. Not that he was getting called, but, just snap call second nuts. Didn't check raise turn. Second nuts, just snap call river versus B75 when second nuts is just always a jam versus B75. Fucking assholes in this pool. Assholes. By the way, my VP was 10. It won't stay there. We're just getting dealt out a little bit at the moment. I'm going to start bluffing now with the ace-8. I would check back this flop relatively high amount of the time. That's too big. I wanted to go 66%. I wanted to go. I just couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered making the slider go where I wanted it to go to, but we won anyway. Getting walks. Where I play these days, you don't get walks. Walks are not a thing. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a tickly throat. Ace-8 offsuit. Versus 3x, I'm just going to fold. Seven deuce off, where I play now, you win 2 big blinds from every play if you win a pot with this. We're playing 10 on Zoom, you win fuck all, so we'll be folding it. 10 on Russian cash, sorry. 7-5 suited on the button. This shouldn't make it into a 3-bet range, but I'm fucking doing it anyway. Of course we get 4-bet, why wouldn't we? This is the first bit of speed poker I played in probably since the last video I made with me playing speed poker, which is going to be at least in September, maybe even earlier. And it's got to be said, I'm already really disliking the experience. Yet to see a VPIP over 30, as far as I can tell. Oh, there's 143. call here, hoping at some point this player shows weakness so I can start bluffing. Instead, he just overbets turn because he's seen someone doing that in the video, so he's like, I'll do that. I won't be remotely balanced with him doing it. I'll be heavily weighted towards fucking value, but I'll do it. Fucking assholes. I'm saying assholes. These players are probably at least as good as me, and in many instances, theoretically significantly better than me. So assholes wouldn't be a fair word to use to describe them. But for the vast majority of them, they are fucking idiots in other ways because the vast majority of them are playing in games that they just won't beat. But they'll keep believing that they can beat them if they work just that little bit harder. If I just spend an extra 10 hours in the lab a week, if I just perfect my fucking turn 3-bet ranges, just get them that little bit more close to what the machine does, then Attitude 2 will be the next Limitless. No, you won't. No, you won't. You're shit now, and you're probably going to always be shit relative to what good poker looks like. Make peace with that, and then playing games where being shit isn't necessarily a barrier to winning. Checking the King 9 here. Get called up here in the big blind. With the Queens, just going to range bet. Do we want to bluff this river? Checking back this turn with the Queens, not folding the river versus lead. Don't think I want to bluff this river, although I think I maybe probably should. To try to think of many better hands that are going to fold. Tens, maybe some Jack X with that diamond. Not enough, I don't think. All right, 2x pot. Okay, let's just fold then. What value wants to go half pot here? Just didn't believe the size. On the 4 flush, didn't believe the size when he went half pot. Pocket 8s here. Flicking a call from the small blind. Don't care if that's theoretically unsound or not. Doing it anyway. I'm only going to be playing this game for half an hour or so I couldn't give a fuck. This is going to be an overbluff spot for me now, going bet on this turn and river. He might be aware of that, he might not be, I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's going to be like significantly underbluffed here, I would imagine. But we're not folding. Excuse me. The problem here is if he's value betting like tens, etc. on the turn. No, he just had a bluff that gave up. So I would maybe think about calling the river on the king as a bluff catcher, but if he's merging tens and then betting them again, then it's a big problem. Block the eights here. I'm gonna go with half pot on the left hand table with the top bagel kicker. Probably gonna go with B75 on the turn if we get called. I don't mean any offence to you, by the way, when I say if you're playing these games, you're a fucking moron. But it's hard not to take offence when someone calls you a fucking moron for doing something. I just think you're running a fool's errand for like maybe you're the one person in 200 that isn't running a fool's errand, but most of you will be. This overbet on this board seems entirely in line. Clearly not folding our hand. And when the flush completes after he overbets a flop, I'm going to expect him to do a fair bit of checking back. So I'm just going to leave this turn. He just folds. But this thing, after flop overbet on the black deuce turn, there's going to be a lot of checking back. And when we turn to flush, we don't want him to check back. We just lead. And if we use in the part with ranges over in the flop with air, then we miss out on maybe capturing the occasional bluff. But I think that line's just going to be, it's going to stand up to a rigorous theory check, I imagine. I have no idea what this promotion is, but whatever it is, I'm not going to do well in it because I'm very unlikely to play again until making my next YouTube video. Again, don't really care that many players don't like the small blind flat. I do like the small blind flat. I think like small blind flat is becoming more of a thing in general. It was like for years it was just like, no, you can't do that, mate. You can't do that. And I think I can, but people were telling you couldn't do it. It seems to be coming a little bit into fashion. I think like people didn't like doing it because like, oh, you get squeezed too much with a big blind. Yeah, in theory you do. In practice, you just don't. And when you do get squeezed, you're not getting bluffed. It's just people squeezing linear ranges for the most part. So I've never been a real advocate of the three bet or fold only from the small blind. Yeah, I've adopted that strategy and I've sometimes spoke about it, but I've never truly believed in it, to be honest. Going to be cold four bet in the kings here, and because cold four bets just aren't bluffs very often, we're not going to be particularly shy in our sizing here. I'm going to be doing this very linear with a mostly value heavy range, so I'm just going to use a size that complies with that rather than, oh, I'm going to make it smaller because theoretically our bluffs here. Yeah, sure you do. Sure you fucking do, mate. But in practice, you just have good hands and you want to put money in the pot. Flopping a flush. Could just rage bet this board. The sevens. So I am going to. Come on, VPip, get up a little bit. Without doing things to artificially raise this VPip, I'd like to see it get up to like 21% by the end of the video. It's usually where I come out at. Not c-betting this flop. Not 3-betting a 17 VPip with King Jack off. I think we can already think about just folding this Queen Jack, even versus one big blind lead. Somebody playing 13 VPip. Well, I can't say too much because I'm playing a 14 one at the minute. Okay, about interested to see if this guy probes, if he probes a one blind again. This is the guy from the last time. No, he's using a different probe size this time. I think we beat bluffs here, but bet the turn, lose to 10x, which I think is going to be the majority of his range, but we have showdown value, so I'm not going to turn my 8s into a bluff. I'm just going to expect to lose to 10x a lot. And beat the ace-9, flopping a set. I'll go with a small check raise. Face up as fuck, don't care. Instantly folds. Range bet the 777 board. We have monopoly on overpairs, etc. Double barrel here, and then just shut down river. 3-betting the kings. VPip starting to creep up. Alan Keating. I don't think so, brother. $17.14. Not defending that hand. Three-bet the king-9 suited on the button. Folding the fours. King 5 suited, probably too loose from this position. King Jack offsuit. A fold. 10-8 off, going to be a fold. 7-6 suited, one hand I never fold to a 3-bet. Literally never. Versus this big probe. Just going to fold. I'm going to go with a slightly bigger bet here with the 10s versus a half stacker. Hello, ladies. Nine five suited. I think if it wasn't multi-way, I would call, but because it is multi-way, we're going to throw it away. Multi-way is just hard, especially versus relatively tight ranges. Do I want to flat the jacks here? I don't know if I want to, but I'm going to. I'm going to call twice here and probably fold river. I think we're going to check call this particular river versus like a broken line. I think Queen X checks a turn nearly, bets a turn nearly always. So now he's going to be quite polarized to King X or air. I expect to see a lot of hands like Ace King in here, King Jack, etc. We block the King Jack. He's going to call and expect to see Ace King a lot when we lose. We had a bluff. When people take that bet check bet line, it's going to be a little bit over bluff, particularly on the King river. Keep checking our sevens back here. We lose to things like 8s, 9s, 10s that would take this line. He's not folding a better hand though. Just check down and hope to win against ace high that just didn't bother try to bluff. 9s, not a surprise. This guy donked this flop. which he shouldn't really be doing because he just doesn't have ace king ever. This guy doesn't have ace king ever also, you wouldn't imagine, or close to ever. Gonna keep checking. Don't want to reopen the betting with middle of range. We now face the overbet. The guy's rocking a 15 VPIP. I'm just not paying him off. Of course he would have got there. And against his check call, check bet line. Do I want to turn this hand into a bluff now versus this block size? I think I probably do. Okie dokie. Donald's going to be hoovering. If you hear any background noise, then, well, tough shit. Get the fold with the fives. If this background noise of the hoover is too loud for you lads then and lasses, I apologise. And I wouldn't blame you for stopping watching, but I'm going to be playing for another 10 minutes or so, regardless. Three bet the ace 8 suited. Completely whiff. The reason we three bet is because this guy is clearly playing way too many hands, way too aggressively. We completely brick though, and I just refuse to try and bluff in these spots. Just flat refuse. Check one of our weakest top pair hands here. Block turn and block river. Not blocking that river, just going to check fold. Aces, at last. We have a good hand on the button. Do it. Good man. To call turn barrels here and then just jam rivers. And sadly we get the fold. Again, this is probably too wide, this king 5 suited. I'm going to go for a check raise here with the A7 suited. I think it's going to be a spot where people stab pretty wide and then don't defend very well. Queen jack off, hijack, low jack, sorry. Hijack, low jack. We're not going to get this VP high enough, are we? It's just not going to happen. Picking up the gut shot here. A bit small, and then we're probably going to overbet river. Oh yeah? You want to raise too, yeah? Thanks. Good luck balancing that range, sir. Picking up the kings. I'm picking up the jack 10 suited on the button. I'm not used to this race and take it bullshit. Jack 10 suited here. I mean, we're just going to bet our hand because we don't care if we get raised. It just doesn't have any value really. But we do have some backdoor potential. Back to back Jack 10 suited. We like that. With the 3-bet with the Jack 10 suited. Take it down. Ace Jack off. Muck it. It's 58 V pip. Jack 10 off's going to be defend. Calling turns. probably calling rivers versus a 58 VPIP. Pots the river though. He pots the river, but it's a 58 VPIP. It's going to be plenty under bluff for this size, if I had to guess. Fold versus a triple. And when the size on the river is pot, I mean, I would have happily called a smaller size like B75 or lower, but calling pot size bets on rivers, not really high on my to-do list on any given day. Even versus players that look like they might be whoppers. We're just bluff catching, not really value beating. And people stink at bluffing. Easy call here. Easy check. Easy win. We're going to play for about 2 more minutes. 45 minutes is plenty long enough in this fucking dreadful environment. Do click the link beneath the video to my Facebook group and join there, regardless of whether you want to play in the app club I'm a member of. I'm always interested in just building the numbers in that group. 6,600 members now, fine. Some of them will be bots, a lot of them are dormant accounts, not many of them engage, but I'd like one day for that to get to 10,000. So do join the Facebook group. The link is beneath the video. And if you do want to get involved in the app games that you've seen in my previous videos, then just send me a message and we'll get you sorted out. But we're going to sit out next big blind now. And I'll be glad not to log into GG Poker again for the next few days because these games are truly tedious. I think Dorno might be waiting to do some work in the front room. We're going now, Dawn. We're nearly finished, Dorno. All right, my love. Oh, she's not talking. She's gone shy. She's sticking me the V's up. 10. No, it's not a 10. Just 3 bets on the small blind and checks his flop. Okay, mate. Good for you. Tell me you've got a hand like queens or king queen without telling me you've got a hand like queens or king queen. And then you just 2.5 export the river. You, sir, are a genius. That strategy of checking value twice and then going for the river over bets going to work wonders in a game full of fucking weak type players. That's us out of here. We're all done. Say bye, Dorno. Dorno said bye. Look, she's not shy. Right, I don't want to have to do this again in a while, but I'll probably do it again Monday or Tuesday next week, maybe Wednesday. Bye for now.